If you were to ask me who I thought the weirdest player in the NBA right now was, I would say Ben Simmons. What makes him so weird is that his rise to the NBA is normal. But what his NBA career has been so far is, well, far from normal. Today I want to talk about that complex career and the views that make Ben such a weird player. But before we talk about one of the more interesting athletes in NBA history, if you're new, feel free to subscribe if you like what you see. I make videos about the NBA, high school, college basketball, any level of basketball. So again, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. But let's get right into the video. Ben Simmons was born on July 28, 1996 in Melbourne, Australia. By the time he was a teenager, he decided to take basketball seriously, and by 2013, he moved to the States to play against better competition than what was available in Australia. He would play at Montverde Academy in Florida. As a junior, he averaged 18.5 points per game, 2.7 assists per game, and 9.8 rebounds per game on 69% shooting from the field. In 2014, he signed his letter of intent to play at LSU. And as a senior, he averaged 28 points per game, 11.9 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game on 70.7% shooting from the field, and was considered the best player in the country. He won many high school National Player of the Year awards and was named a McDonald's All-American. Despite Ben Simmons not finding much team success at LSU, in fact they didn't even qualify for the NCAA tournament, I would say that Ben Simmons had an amazing freshman year and one of the better freshman seasons we've seen in college basketball history. He averaged 19.2 points per game, 11.8 rebounds a game, and 4.8 assists per game. He was named National Freshman of the Year, SEC Freshman of the Year, First Team All-SEC, and a consensus First Team All-American. And of course, because of his success and really him not wanting to be at college to begin with, he would declare for the NBA draft after his freshman season. Entering the NBA draft, Ben Simmons was considered the consensus first overall pick. Of course, there were some buzz around names like Brandon Ingram and Buddy Hield, but it was pretty consensus that Ben Simmons was going to be the first player taken off the board. He drew comparisons to guys like LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Grant Hill because of the fact that he had the size of a forward but the skills of a point guard. Now, those are some lofty expectations, but Ben Simmons took it in stride, and many thought that he could potentially live up to those expectations. Of course, he was drafted first overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2016 NBA draft, and he was viewed as a savior for the franchise because of the fact that they were coming off a season where they only won 10 games. In fact, I remember this season because that season the 76ers were like one of the worst basketball teams of all time. Ben Simmons would not make his NBA debut until a year after he was drafted because of a foot fracture he suffered. So yes, the 2018 season was his rookie year, despite what some people may want to say. He was a rookie. Go look it up if you don't believe me. And he had one of the best rookie seasons the NBA has ever seen. Well, at least statistically wise, but I would consider it one of the better rookie seasons of all time. He averaged 15.8 points a game, 8.1 rebounds a game, and 8.2 assists per game as a rookie. He had the second most triple-doubles in NBA history by a rookie with 12, second only to Oscar Robertson. He also was only the second player in NBA history to average at least 15 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game in his rookie year. The only other to do it, Oscar Robertson. He was named Rookie of the Year, and rightfully so, and I also believe he should have made the All-Star team that year over Goran Dragic, but that's just me. His second season, he was named to his first ever All-Star team after averaging 16.9 points per game, 8.8 rebounds per game, and 7.7 assists per game. and in his third year, he was named to his second All-Star team after averaging 16.7 points a game, 7.8 rebounds a game, and 8.2 assists per game. Alongside Oscar Robertson once again, and Magic Johnson, he is one of just 3 players to average at least 16 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game through the first 3 years of his career. So considering all these historic things Ben Simmons has done, what comes next is what makes him such a weird player and such a weird career to talk about. What makes Ben Simmons' career so weird is despite the historically great start he has had to his career, he's got more attention for his deficiencies rather than his positives. If anything, Ben Simmons is known for the fact that he doesn't shoot 3-pointers, not for the fact that his numbers are on a Hall of Fame level of greatness. In fact, people have said that Ben Simmons has been underachieving despite him being a historically great player statistically wise through the first 3 years of his career. And what makes all this negative attention and all this negative backlash weird is it's justified and it's true. While Ben Simmons is an all-star level player that has been putting up historically great numbers in his career so far, it clearly hasn't improved much on his offensive game. Now granted, he does have a great offensive game. He's a world-class passer, he's a great slasher, but to be a superstar in the NBA, you need to develop a jump shot, something he hasn't. This has become a problem in the playoffs. Teams have kind of like sagged off of him, kind of like ignored him, and it has caused spacing problems and even some spacing problems in the regular season for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's something that could hold him back from reaching his full potential if he doesn't even develop an average jump shot. All of this is true. Again, it is completely true. But honestly, I think that's what makes it so impressive. It goes to show how great Ben Simmons is. Because if you're putting up numbers that only Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson have been putting up, and people are saying that you're an underachiever, well, then you just might be a special, once-in-a-generation type player. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. It means so much to me, guys. You guys don't understand. But again, thank you. Like and subscribe if you're new. Feel free to leave feedback in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.